Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to post work anniversary wishes on Google Chat from Google Sheets. So I have prepared a spreadsheet which contains the details of all the employees I have in my organizations along with their joining date. Now, according to the joining date of each employee, I want to send work anniversary wishes to that employee on Google Chat space. So how we are going to automate this entire process? For this, we will have to set up a connection between these two applications. That means between Google Sheets and Google Chat, and that we are going to do without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. To learn this amazing automation step by step, let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to learn how can we automatically send work anniversary wishes to the team members on Google Chat space from Google Sheets. So I have the details of all my employees and when they have joined the company in my Google Sheets, and accordingly I want to send work anniversary wishes to them on Google Hangouts. Now, in order to create an automation for this entire process, I am going to set up a connection between Google Sheets and Google Chats, and that I'm going to do without any coding or programming skills with the help of this amazing automation software, that is Pabbly Connect. So this is the home page of Pabbly Connect, where we can reach by tapping the URL pabbly.com/connect in our browser. So basically, with the help of Pabbly Connect, we can set up connections between multiple applications without any coding or programming skills in order to automate all our tasks. Okay. Now, after coming over here, you can find two options, sign in and sign up for free. So if you are an existing user, you can directly click on sign in. But if you are a new user, you have to click on this sign up for free button to create your free new account. Also, once you will create your account, you will get 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. Now, because I'm already an existing user, therefore I'm clicking on sign in. This is the All App section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on Access Now. And it has taken us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. So on this dashboard, we can find all our workflows which we have created. And we can also create different folders over here to save our workflows accordingly. Now to create a new workflow, we have to click on this Create Workflow option. Let's do that. And here a dialog box will appear in front of us. So it is asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So first of all, let us provide a name over here. Post work anniversary wishes on Google Hangouts from Google Sheets. After giving this name, here I am going to select the folder in which I want to save this specific workflow. So I have already created multiple folders, but I want to save this workflow in this automations for workplace management folder. In this way, by creating multiple folders, you can save your workflows separately. Now we will click on create. As we have done that, we can see that two windows are open in front of us. First is the trigger and the other is action. So what are trigger and actions? Trigger and actions are the two main concepts or the principles on which the entire automation runs. The trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can have multiple actions as we want. So after understanding the concept of trigger and action, let's start creating the workflow step by step. I'm going to tell you how we have to create the workflow to automate this entire process. First of all, to start the workflow, we have to select our trigger application. Now, because my objective is that every day this workflow should trigger, okay? Because every day it might happen that some or the other person have their work anniversary. Therefore, we have to run this workflow every day. So for that, we have to select schedule over here. So with the help of schedule, we are going to schedule our workflow for every day so that it could trigger every day at a specific time automatically. Now it is asking us how often you want to run your workflow. So we have multiple options over here: at regular intervals, once, every day, days of the week, or dates of month. So because we want this workflow to run every day, so we have selected every day over here. Now we have to select the time, that at what specific time this workflow should get triggered. So I'm going to select 9 a.m. over here. Every day at 9 a.m. the workflow should get triggered and the work anniversary reminder should be sent. So after selecting this, we will click on save, and here we can see that the workflow is scheduled. Let's move forward. Now every day when the workflow will run, it should fetch out the date of that specific day. That means it should fetch out the current date. So for that, we have to select our action application, and here our action application will be date time formatter. So with the help of this feature, we are going to fetch out the current date every day so that we can match the work anniversary date of the employee with the current date. Let's click on date time formatter, and here we have to select the action event, that will be current date. Let's click on connect. Now it is asking us in which format you want the date. So I'm going to select the simple format, that will be date, month and year format. Okay, let's click on save and send test request button, and yes, here we have received the response. In the response, it is given that this is the current date, 4/5/2024. That means 4th May 2024. This is the current date. Now, whoever from the spreadsheet will have the work anniversary on this particular date, then automatically the wish will be sent for that same employee. Okay, but for that, we have to get the details of the spreadsheets in Pabbly Connect so that we can match the work anniversary date of the employees to the current date. And whosoever will follow that match, that means whosoever will have the work anniversary on the current date, then the wish will be sent. For that, we have to go back and we have to now split our current date into date, month and year separately. Why? Because in this workflow, we only require the date and the month. So the date and the month should match the joining date and month of the employee. We do not require year over here because it will be different for each employee. Alright, so now we are going to first of all separate this date and we will split the date into date, month and year separately. We will click on this add action step button, and to separate the date we have to use text formatter. So with the help of text formatter, now we are going to split the date. So we have selected that. Now we have to select that will be split text. We will click on connect. Now we have to select the text which we want to split. So our text is the date which we have received as the current date. So in order to enter the date, we are simply going to use mapping. Mapping is inserting data from previous step. This is our previous step and here is the date. So when we will simply select that, it is mapped. So when we have mapped this date, it has become dynamic. That means with each and every new response, it is going to be replaced. So now whenever every day this workflow is going to trigger and it will fetch out the current date, automatically the date is going to be replaced over here in this field and a new date will come over here in that place. And in this way, we are going to automate the entire process. Now it is asking us to enter the value of separator, that what value you want to use to separate this text. So the date is separated with the help of this hyphen. So I'm going to use the hyphen only in order to separate the date. Now it is asking us the segment index, that what segment you want of this text. So I'm going to select all over here. Let's click on save and send test request button. And here we can see that we have received the response. This is the date, this is the month, and this is the year. And because we have selected all over here in the segment, so we have received all the segments of the date. Now we are going to use the date and the month to match the current date with the work anniversary. For that, first of all, we have to receive the details of Google Sheets in Pabbly Connect. So let's click on this add action step button and we will simply select Google Sheets over here in our next action application. Now we have to select the action event. So our action event will be lookup spreadsheet rows. So with the help of this lookup spreadsheets function, we are going to look for the current date in the spreadsheet, and when the current date will match the work anniversary date and month, then the data of that employee will be captured over here in Pabbly Connect automatically. Let's click on connect. Now to build the connection, I'm going to select existing connection only currently because I have already built a connection earlier as well. But to create a new connection, you have to click on this add new connection and then you have to click on sign in with Google. Once you will allow the access to Pabbly Connect to access your Google Sheets, your work will be done. And don't worry, our data is 100% safe with Pabbly Connect, so you can fearlessly click on access now. Now we will click on save over here. And we can see that Google Sheets is successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. So now we have to select the spreadsheet. So the name of my spreadsheet is employee details. So I'm going to select my spreadsheet name. In the same manner, you have to select your spreadsheet from the drop down. Now we have to select the sheet name. So the sheet name is already selected because I only have one sheet over here. Now we'll move forward and now we have to enter the lookup column. That in which column from the spreadsheet you want to look the value. So I have the date and month in column D. So this will be my lookup column. Okay, because I want to search the current date. I want to match the current date with work anniversary from this particular column. So I will enter D over here. Lookup column is D. So accordingly, you have to select. Now the next is lookup value. So what value you want to search in the spreadsheet? I want to search for the current date and the current month. So we will simply map the current date over here in the value. And with the help of hyphen, I'm going to map the month as well. So now we are going to look for this current date and month. So when the match will be made for the work anniversary, then we want to send a message. So let's click on save and send test request button. But before that, because it might happen that more than one employee could have their work anniversary at the same date. So therefore, it might happen that we are going to receive multiple responses. And to receive those multiple responses, we are going to use advanced function over here. So we have to turn this simple response button off to receive the response in advanced format. Okay. So we have two people over here in the spreadsheet who have their work anniversary on the same date. This is smart user and this is demo user. So let's check whether we are receiving the details of these two employees or not. Let's click on save and send test request button. And here we can see that we have received the response. In the response, we have received all the details. These are the details of demo user and here is the detail of smart user. This means that the connection is successful up till now. But because we have received the details in the combined format, in the array format, so how we are going to map the data now in order to send the message? For that, we have to use iterator to process this array and to receive the data in the single key and value format. So for now, because we want to map the data further in the workflow to send the message, and because we are testing this workflow, we are creating this workflow. So here we are now going going to use iterator so that we can receive the single response at a time and we can send the message accordingly. Okay, so we will click on this add action step button once again, and now we are going to use iterator to process the arrays. So here is iterator. Now we have to select the action event that will be process arrays, and let's click on connect. So now when we are going to process the array, we are going to receive the response of a single employee at a time. That means of this demo user at a time, because currently we are setting up this workflow. But when the workflow is going to run in real time and the workflow will schedule every day, automatically it is going to fetch out the current date. It is going to match the date with the work anniversary from the spreadsheet, and whosoever will have the work anniversary on that date, automatically the message will be sent for all the members. Okay, let's click on save and send test request button, and here we have received the response. We have received the row index over here. Okay, that means the row in which the details is added. So this is for demo user and the row index is 2. We can see that the name is also given over here, email address, phone number, date, and the year. Okay, so all the details are received. Now by using these details, we are going to frame the message which we want to send each time on our Google Chat space for work anniversary, and we will map the data, and we will use these details as well, and also we will use these details to map the data such as name to customize the message. Now to send the message, we have to set up the connection between Google Chat space and Pabbly Connect. For that, let's click on this add action step button once again, and now finally we have to select Google Hangouts over here in our action application. So we have selected that. Now we have to select the action event that will be create message. In order to send a message, we have to select this create message event. Let's click on connect. Now in order to set up this connection and to send the message, we have to first of all provide a chat webhook URL. So how we are going to get that? For that, we have to click on this hyperlink learn more, and it has taken us towards the Pabbly forum page. So here when we will scroll down, we will find all the instructions which are given over here to set up the connection between Google Chat Space and Pabbly Connect, and this is the URL which we have to use in order to get our chat webhook URL. So first of all, I'm going to copy this URL, then I'm going to take you towards my space, and we have to go towards the name of our space. So the name of my space is Sparkle Events Team. Now we will find the option of apps and integrations over here. When you will select that, here is the option of webhooks. So this is the webhook. Now we have to add a new webhook over here to send the message and to set up the connection. Let's click on this add webhooks button, and first of all we have to provide a name to this webhook. Because I'm creating this webhook for sending automated work anniversary wishes, therefore I'm going to give the name to this webhook as work anniversary. Okay, just a simple name. You have to be very careful while giving the name to your webhook, because whatever name you are going to give, it is going to be displayed in the space when the message will be sent each time. Now after giving the name, we have to paste the URL which we have copied from the Pabbly forum page, and now let's click on save. So here our webhook is set up and it is ready. So this is the chat webhook URL which is required in Pabbly Connect. Let's click on this 3 dots and we have to copy the link. Let's move back and we will paste the URL over here. In this way, we have to find the chat webhook URL. Now it is asking us for the message. So we have to frame the message which we want to send. Now here we are sending the message to the team for reminding them about the work anniversary of an employee. Therefore, I'm going to enter the message as, so this is the message. Hey team, today is a special day as we celebrate demo users' work anniversary. Let's take a moment to appreciate their hard work, commitment and positive impact on our team. Here's too many more years of success and collaborations together. Please feel free to drop your congratulatory messages below to show your appreciation. Cheers. So this is the simple message which I'm going to send, but definitely you can frame your message according to your choice and creativity. You can also add the achievements the employee has made up till now, how they have contributed towards the success of the team and much more. Okay, so here you can see that I have mapped the name over here of the employee so that the name could be replaced each time according to each employee, and in this way we are going to customize the message each time. Okay, now we are going to click on save and send test request button, and we can see that here we have received a response. So it is given that the sender type is bot. That means we have set up a bot successfully to send automated messages for the work anniversary of employees. Now let's go and check whether the message is received or not. And yes, here we can see that the message is received. Hey team, today is a special day as we celebrate demo users work anniversary. So this means that our connection is absolutely successful. So we will go back towards Pabbly Connect. We will summarize what we have done over here. We have taken very simple steps, trigger and action. In trigger, we have taken schedule by Pabbly in order to schedule the workflow every day at a specific time. Then we have taken date time formatter, text formatter, Google Sheets, iterator and Google Chat Hangout in our actions, as we want that whenever the workflow is going to trigger, automatically the current date should be fetched out, and then the current date should be separated into date, month and the year separately, And finally, we are going to match the data which we have in Google Sheets with the current date. And if the joining date of an employee will match the current date, then we want to send the work anniversary wish to that employee in the team. Okay, so here you can see that we have set up the workflow. Once we have set up the connection, we have set up the integration successfully. Now every day at a specific time when the workflow is going to run in real time, whosoever will have the work anniversary at a specific day, then the message will be sent to all those employees. Okay, so in this way you can very easily create this automation to send work anniversary wishes to your employees on Google Chat Hangout, to share it with all the team members automatically, and this can be done without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. Okay, so this was it in this video. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such applications without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach out to us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful, do not forget to share it with your friends. And also, please like our video and subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.